What's good, YouTube? This is Austin Sweet here, and you're watching Austin Does Everything. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to episode number 4 of Wrestling Talk. That's right, we're doing Wrestling Talk on the eve of Hell in a Cell. But today, we're not talking about Hell in a Cell. There's a reason I put up this hand gesture. Today, we are talking about Impact Wrestling and my opinions on Total Nonstop Action. Total Nonstop Action Wrestling for me, I first started watching it back in about 2008 or 07, one of the two, and ever since then it's just been going downhill. That's just my opinion, but TNA Wrestling back in the day had all the names. You had names like Jerry Lynn, AJ Styles, Kid Cash, Lance Hoyt, Jimmy Rave, Abyss, Judas Messias, and now we don't have those kind of names anymore. So, like, what happened? Like, now we have names like Austin Aries, Killer Kross, Moose, Johnny Impact, names that are familiar, but the show itself is kind of lackluster. And now the tag team division is kind of lackluster too. The only two teams that I know are LAX and the OGs. But TNA, like I said, back in the day, had Barbed Wire Massacre. We had like weird and unusual matches. We had like the Last Rites match. We had prison yard matches. We've had fish market street fights. One match that sticks out in my mind as the best match that TNA had was Unbreakable 2005. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and Samoa Joe for the X Division title. That was a great match. But now, I kind of don't give a flying squirrel about Impact Wrestling. I mean, of course, you brought back Don Callis. If you guys remember, Don Callis was in TNA back in 2003 and a little bit of 2004 for when Eric Watts lost. It was kind of ridiculous to have Don Callis come back, but I kind of got the reason why. But at the same time, I really don't care for TNA. I mean, back then, 2011, 2012, you had teams like Immortal, Fortune, see the hand gesture? Fortune, Styles was wrestling, Ric Flair was even in TNA at one point. Hulk Hogan was in TNA. They were the founding fathers of TNA. But the founding fathers were Bobby Roode, James Storm, AJ Styles, Abyss, Samoa Joe. They were there day one when TNA first started. Now half of them are like in WWE. So in my honest opinion, do I care for TNA right now or Impact Wrestling? I do not. Sometimes I'll watch the highlights for something good to happen, but overall, I just don't care for TNA right now. There are no good matches. Like, they brought back Barbed Wire Massacre for like one night. Like, that needs to be... TNA, Impact Wrestling has to do something to save the company. Like, bringing back former stars will help, but I still remember Aces and Eights. I remember Aces and Eights taking over Impact. And the Main Event Mafia, the feud between Main Event Mafia and Aces and Eights was just amazing. And I love the Aces and Eights. Win, lose, draw. Any night the Aces and Eights could go out there, cut a promo, wrestle good, and whatnot. So overall, Impact Wrestling is kind of lackluster right now. So I'm hoping they do something to save it. Alright, so that'll do it for this episode of Wrestling Talk. If you guys enjoyed, be sure you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on your opinion on Impact Wrestling. Subscribe to the channel. If you missed last Sunday's episode of Wrestling Talk, I'll be sure to put a link in the description down below. Be sure you guys go check it out. Be sure you click the bell, turn on all notifications so you know the next time I upload a video. And like I said, episode 3 of Wrestling Talk will be in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.